So if you guys missed it, there's a video going around on Twitter right now. All right. This one comes from Alex Rosen. This is a guy who apparently does the kind of vigilante stuff that never truly sticks. But in the court of public opinion, I think it's definitely going to stick. We got something here from Drama Alert, which, again, I don't usually like to use Drama Alert, but they decided to post this video, and this particular one is interesting. Again, we want to make sure the LGBTQ community gets proper representation. So let's talk about it. So the P-word hunter, Alex Rosen, allegedly, keyword allegedly, even though, I mean, here we are on video, busted the head of the LGBTQ Dems of Maryland, who was allegedly trying to seduce a 14-year-old boy. This is the same guy who exposed EDP 445, and just the other day, at another catch, an alleged predator drew a gun on him. What do you think of this situation? So let's play this video in its entirety. All right, it's only about a minute long. I'm sure there's a longer version out there somewhere, but this particular one is all like, I mean, it gives you, I think it gives you plenty of context, but I'm sure there's a longer clip out there. Here we go. You guys ready for this? Let's make sure the volume's up. It's going to get interesting.
Anyway,
also, pro tip, some of the words they use, pretty strong. So hopefully YouTube does not hit me for this, but let's go.
Anyway, you're the head of the LGBTQ Dems in Maryland. Okay. How long have you been in that position for? Since fall. Okay. Is that like a paid position? Okay. Just more of a volunteer type thing. Is it like a super PAC or something, or is it just okay? This stuff said here, like,
all right. So we have an admission that he is the guy. He is the guy who is in that position, et cetera, et cetera. There's no denying that. Okay. Let's keep going.
You know, I want to rape you. I want to see how much of a faggot you are. What was kind of said about?
Oof, YouTube. Just keep in mind, YouTube. That's the video we're reacting to. That's not me talking. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit.
You're trying to get away once I start fucking you.
Yeah.
I like the fantasy. I like the fantasy, and he seemed to enjoy it. And I didn't know this person, and he never intended to.
Do you think that's appropriate, though? Like,
No, of course. No, of course.
I mean, here we said it's okay if you want to jerk off looking at it, talking about your dick.
Oh.
And you said stop by this morning so I can stretch your hole.
Holy shit. All right, listen, I don't, you guys know me. You guys know me, okay? I don't beg for super chats. You guys are more than generous on your own. But I got to tell you that the monetization is going to be coming hard on this one. So if you can help a boy out, you know what I mean? Like, help me out here, bro.
Can't wait to make you my little boy. And this was later 4 days later with no response. Can't wait to make you my little cum dump, baby boy. Okay.
Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. So there's a lot to take in here. Wow. Okay. That's a little rough. That's definitely a little rough. So listen, first we have an admission of the person who they are. Okay. They're the leader of the LGBTQ Dems of Maryland. They openly admit that's who they are. They say that, that's their position. They've been there since fall, whatever. I don't know if the guy's trolling, asking if it's a paid position. I guess it's because, listen, if it's paid by tax dollar money, and this is even more egregious. But I mean, the whole thing is fucking egregious. Obviously, it's ridiculous. But what more can we expect, right? So listen, we got some bad words being thrown out. Okay, quite the amount of bad words being thrown out. Apparently, this is the part that gets me here. All right, where he says, hold on, where is it at? I want you to R-word. I want to R-word you, right? And see how much of a F word, Melody Macword. I want to hey, shout out to Alec Baldwin's finger, man. For 50, says Melody Macwords. Bro, exactly. Melody Macwords are rough, for sure. That's rough. Shout out to Alec Baldwin, man. I appreciate you. He never misses. Yeah, so he says he wants to see how much of an F word you are. So I find this to be very interesting. It's kind of like a self-deprecation thing. I don't know if that's like a fantasy of his, whatever, but the fact that he's sitting there openly admitting that he's into this kind of fantasy. I mean, if it was a grown adult, I would not give a fuck, right? At the end of the day, I don't care what you do in your bedroom. I've been pretty consistent on that. But the fact of the matter is, this is a 14-year-old boy that you are talking like this about. And if you say that you are into that kind of fantasy, then that's when it gets highly sus. Highly, highly, highly sus. And yeah, it's bad. Now, he says that he never had any attention. Let me see. He seemed to enjoy it. Look at this. He says, and he seemed to enjoy it. Wow. And then he says, and I didn't know this person, and I never intended to, and then it blanks out, but I'm assuming he meant to say I never intended to meet up. Right? Now, how many of you believe the fact that he never intended to meet up? I mean, come on, let's be real here, right? You really think he didn't intend to meet up doing all this work and whatnot? Obviously he did, right? It almost makes you wonder, how did these guys find this guy, right? How did these two find this guy if they never intended on meeting up? Obviously, this guy was talking with one of these two the entire time. So clearly somebody exchanged some form of information that allowed them to find him. So I would not agree with this. I would think that he is 100% fully intending on meeting up with that boy. And unfortunately, he just got caught really, really bad. Was this in Baltimore? I think so. I believe so. But the fact of the matter is, man, the guy knew his age, obviously, and he knew what he was doing. And then, of course, they kind of doubled down. This has been going on for a while, too. It looks like it's a little bit daytime here, and then it gets a little bit darker here, it seems. So this was happening for a bit. And he said, okay, if you want to, jerk me off, whatever, looking at it, talking about your stuff, and then said, stop by. Oh, here, wait. I missed this part. And he said, stop by this morning so I can stretch your whole F word, Melanie Mac word. Oh, so he did plan on meeting up, bro. He said so himself. I missed that part. Literally says it right here. He says, if you want to meet up in the morning, stop by this morning. That's how he got caught. I knew something was off. I knew there had to be something in there. He 100% got caught. So listen, man, how many times have we seen this with certain, certain LGBTQ representation? And listen, to be fair, okay, because you guys know I like to be as fair as possible, regardless of what the crazies like to say about me. There are people who are not LGBTQ that get caught doing this shit too, obviously. Although I find it extremely strange that lately there's been a very, very big uptick on the amount of LGBTQ people, especially people in higher positions or influential positions, that are getting caught doing this stuff. Very interesting. It's almost as if there's a grooming tactic going on here that nobody wants to talk about, that we keep mentioning, but nobody wants to pretend is real. You know what I mean? It's like the gaslighting. So again, whether or not you are LGBTQ, it doesn't matter. If you're doing this shit, obviously you deserve the worst, I would imagine. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best words to say, obviously, because YouTube's like on high alert right now after this video and what the words were saying. But I think that it is obvious what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that particular activist group, and I've been saying this forever, the LGBTQ community has absolutely been co-opted by psychopaths, and they use the privileges and the safeties of the LGBTQ community to do whatever the fuck they want to do. I've been saying that for a long time.